92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is email us, brookeandjubal@moving925.com. We will call the person that didn't call you back. We've got Martin on the phone with us. We just spoke with him about the date that he went on with a girl named Joanne. They went downtown, had Thai food, rode the Ferris wheel. He doesn't understand why she isn't calling him back. It sounds to me, Martin, like you're not over the long relationship that you got out of 5 years.
Well,
I just think, Martin, you sound kind of boring a little bit.
Okay, don't insult the
No,
man.
there's just not a lot of inflection in his voice.
I was trying to give him a valid reason that maybe he wasn't over his ex.
Some
Brooke,
constructive feedback.
Anybody else want to pile on? Lydia,
Yeah.
you think Martin might be ugly? I don't know.
Martin, I think you're a great human being.
You know what I meant, right, Martin?
sometimes it's hard to have perspective on oneself. So
Martin's going to do the second update. Now he's just going to have horrible insecurity issues.
All I meant was he's monotone. That's all I meant.
All right. Martin, we're going to call Joanne right now. Get her on the phone and get your second date update, okay?
God, I'm going to get so much
All right,
hate text for that.
While we call her, I just want you to say some confident things to yourself in the mirror to make yourself feel better. I apologize for piling on.
Oh.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Joanne, please?
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Do you know who this is?
No, not at all.
You're like the most friendly person I've ever spoke to. Hi. This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5, the radio station.
Oh. Okay. Why are you calling?
You were going on a date with a guy named Martin a little while ago?
Yeah, I went on one date with Martin.
Oh, that's interesting. Because we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. It's where if you go on a date with someone and then blow them off, they email us to ask why you haven't called them back. So Martin emailed us about you.
It is kind of weird.
We started out this phone call so happy and
Yeah.
peppy.
Yeah, right?
Come on, Joanne.
I'm just so confused.
He emailed us and said that you guys met through a mutual friend. You went downtown, had some sushi, rode the Ferris wheel, and had, in his opinion, a fun time. And then you parted ways, and he hasn't heard from you since.
Okay, that's definitely not how the date went. And clearly, his memory is not ringing true because he was talking about his ex-girlfriend the whole time about, you know, he dated for 5 years. He doesn't know how to date, clearly. And then, like, towards the end of the night, we were, like, on the Ferris wheel, and he's like, you know, let's talk about what we could change. Let's see, what could we change about each other? And he's like, I would change your nose.
What?
Your nose looks like a dolphin's nose. It's long, it's pointy, and then he starts going on about how he would take a little off my butt, just a little bit, like 5 pounds, but other than that, it would be perfect. And
Wow.
I could not get out of that date fast enough.
He actually said he would take 5 pounds off of you?
Yeah.
That's
terrible.
Joanne Martin's on the phone with us right now.
I was just kidding around. I say stupid stuff when I get nervous.
If you're on a first date with someone, you shouldn't be tearing them apart and saying what you would change about them. You should be complimenting them. I don't even know you.
Yeah. Martin, say something for yourself, dude. You look really bad right now.
Well, the only reason I mentioned the dolphin nose thing is to try to lighten the mood. I mean, you know, she's got this serious edge to her. So.
We've all been on a date where people make bad jokes.
Yeah.
Every girl that's ever dated Jose. Come on.
That is true. I can see the days they show up to Jose's door. Hey, you got to look like a dolphin with your big nose there.
He only comments on big boobs. What are you guys talking about?
I mean, she doesn't need to lose. I mean, can't she see that she looks great?
No.
I mean,
No
why
one
do I
can
have to
see
tell
that.
her she looks great? She should know she looks great.
Joanne,
Do you believe any of his crap right now?
No, I don't even know why I'm on the phone.
Yeah. Well, seriously.
Clearly, I didn't want to call you back for a reason.
Jubal, question. Am I the only guy that says stupid stuff when he gets nervous?
no, I think guys do that. I think a lot of people do that. I think girls say stupid stuff when they're nervous too.
Absolutely.
I do, however, think that most guys, nervous, drunk, stupid, everything, know never to tell a woman she should lose 5 pounds. Yeah. Whether you've been on the first date or 20 years of marriage.
I don't even have alcohol as an excuse. Okay.
But I get what you're saying, man. I mean, I understand you could be nervous and they're trying to be funny and cute and go like, let's play a little game. Mm-hmm. It didn't work out in your favor.
But why wouldn't you take the game to, like, what you love about each other?
I feel like that would be creepy, though, on a first date. Like, I'm going to tell you everything that I like about you.
It would be an improvement. That's all I'm saying. Why don't, Martin, you tell her what you really think of her right now and be as specific as you were before when you were negative?
Okay. Like, if I didn't think you were beautiful and cool, after dinner, I would have said, okay, well, thanks. That was great. Bye. But I think you're beautiful. And
how about I just make it easy for you? I'm just not interested.
There it is.
There it is, folks.
Joanne?
Yes.
I want to play a little game with you right now. If I could change
You're such an a-hole.
one thing about you, it would be that you would give Martin a second chance. Is there any chance that you would go out with him again?
No, thank you. I'm sorry.
We'll pay for it. We'll pay for the date.
No, I'm good. Thanks. So
She's probably calling plastic surgeons after this date to try to get her nose fixed because he made her so self-conscious.
You just called Martin
her.
boring a little while ago, too.
Well, I wish I would have said worse after I heard what he lays into people with.
All right, Joanne, thank you.
thanks. Have a good day.
Martin?
yeah,
You got your answer.
I need to work on the editing.
I'll give you some advice. Figure out a go-to move when you get nervous. The what would I change about you game, forget that one.
Yeah.
Because that clearly is not a good move.
All right. Yeah, I agree.
I got it, dude. I got the game for you when you get nervous.
Yeah, what is it? What do you got?
You sit there and you go, let's play a game. I'm going to point out all the other girls in the room I'd rather do than you.
Flag, how do you make it worse?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I actually feel bad for Martin. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5. If you didn't hear the second date update that we just played for you, Martin went out with a girl named Joanne. He got really nervous. He just got out of a 5-year relationship. It's the first date he's been on in 6 months.
It's the third date he's been on.
Well, okay.
Don't give him too much credit.
I feel like he's just not very good at dating and he's heartbroken. But he decided to play a little game with his date called What Would We Change About Each Other? Because he was nervous, he said. So many texts came in just ripping the guy. One of the texts at 78592 says, OMG, this guy sounds like Jose at butchering dates.
God, I was scared of that.
That's my favorite.
Even Jose wouldn't go into telling a girl that she needs to lose 5 pounds.
Yeah.
That was
Right,
the one that got
you
me.
just talk about how nice her boobs are.
No matter how nervous you are, why would you ever say that? Jenny, you thought that Martin was funny, though?
I thought he was hilarious. I think that girl, was her name Joanna? I think she needs to calm down.
Really, he compared her nose to a dolphin and told her she needed to drop some pounds. I mean, you
Oh my
honestly
God, he
would
was
laugh at that?
obviously Joking. I
What?
think he was obviously joking. If the girl was gorgeous, she needs to get some self-confidence. They're on a freaking Ferris wheel, for Christ's sake.
Right, you sit on that thing for quite a while. It's like a 20, 25 minute ride.
Makes it okay.
Yeah, you're on a Ferris wheel. You can say whatever you want. I didn't know that that's the rule. Yeah, I always figured it was alcohol, kind of like you can use an excuse. Hey, sorry, I was on a Ferris wheel. I didn't mean to.
I didn't mean to punch you.
I
Sorry.
didn't mean to tell you to put the fork down.
I don't think Martin's a bad guy. Like, he sounds clueless. He doesn't sound like he's malicious.
Yeah.
He maybe needs some professional dating help.
What-
That's what I would say.
What I don't understand is how can a man be with a woman for 5 years and still not know to not go to the weight area? Like that. What was his girlfriend doing for 5 years if not training
Well,
him?
Martin is single now.
For a reason.
For a reason, I think. Remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is email us, brookandjubal@moving925.com. We'll call the
It's awkward.
It's Tuesday.
It's Brooke and Jubal's Awkward Tuesday phone call.
There are different levels of friends that you have. There are some friends that you would do anything for. Like you'd give them a kidney if they needed it.
Yeah.
And then there are some that you'd make the ultimate sacrifice for and give them a ride to the airport. Or pick them up from the airport. That's how I judge friendship. I know who my close friends are because those are the people that will give me a ride or pick me up from the airport.
I like how you're not giving the ride.
No. I don't give anybody a ride. And Michelle, who's on the phone today to do an Awkward Tuesday phone call, has a friend that she was supposed to take to the airport but couldn't do it.
Okay.
And now she needs to call her friend and explain something to her. How you doing, Michelle?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good. Thank you for your email, and thank you for agreeing to do the Awkward Tuesday phone call today.
No problem.
All right. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your email?
Okay. So a few days ago, I was supposed to drive my friend Kelly to the airport, and she had a big job interview in Atlanta, so she was going to be flying out, and I didn't make it.
Is she like your best friend?
She's one of my best friends. She's like a really good, we've known each other for a long time. She's someone I really, really like being friends with.
Okay. And when you say you didn't make it, like you called and you canceled on her, or you just never showed up?
I wasn't able to get to her in time. Like, she actually ended up missing her plane.
And so did she miss out on the job interview altogether?
Yeah, she missed out on all of that. I felt horrible. I mean, she had some, like, missed calls and stuff, but I didn't get any of them.
So she couldn't get to the airport, missed her flight, I'm assuming, and missed her job interview.
Yeah.
I bet you felt pretty bad about that.
Oh, I felt horrible. I still feel horrible. I feel the worst because I lied and made up an excuse to her.
Oh, you didn't tell her the truth of why you didn't show up?
No, I just panicked. I just told her that my grandmother passed.
What?
Yeah.
And is Grandma still alive and kicking?
Yeah, she's still fine.
So you actually told her that your grandma died and you couldn't pick her up because of that?
Yes. When I told her, she understood. I mean, she's a really good friend. But
yeah, your grandma's dead. I mean, she's not going to be like, you know?
Really?
I mean, but that wasn't the truth. I mean, the truth was oh my gosh, I went out drinking the night before and got totally wasted and spent the night with some guy I met.
Oh my God.
So you hooked up with a random dude that you met that night, and that's the reason that you couldn't pick her up, and she missed her flight and then missed her job interview.
Oh my God.
I didn't mean to. I just had more fun than I was expecting to have, and I slept through all of her calls and texts. I didn't even get them until later.
You're like the worst friend ever.
I know. I feel terrible. That's the big reason I want to do the Awkward Tuesday phone call is because I feel like I need to get clean.
So you want to tell her that you lied about your grandma dying,
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
and then tell her the truth about why you couldn't take her to the airport.
Yes.
What do you think she's going to do when you tell her that?
I don't know. I hope that she's kind of cooled down from the incident so she's not as upset. And I hope she just understands. I hope she's not mad.
And why do you want to do this in an Awkward Tuesday phone call?
I just have no idea how to even go about this. You know, it's kind of a big deal. And I don't want to lose one of my best friends just because I made a mistake.
Let me ask you this.
know?
How old is your grandma now?
82.
82. Any chance that she could kick the bucket like in the next week or so?
Oh, jeez.
Because if you just let that happen naturally, it kind of works itself out, and then you don't have to tell her the truth.
Oh, man.
Oh my God. I'd be so upset if I was in your situation because I honestly feel like if I lost my best friend, it is possibly worse than me divorcing my husband. Like, that's how tight we are, you know?
I know. Maybe I should just make up another lie. You know, because I really don't want to have to tell her I got hammered and just hooked up with a guy.
Yeah, that's what I think. Just keep coming up with different lies. It always works out like
That's how
that.
Jubal lives his life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, well, we'll give you some advice. I mean, that's the deal, is you want our advice, we'll give you advice, and then you make the phone call. This is going to be a tough one, though.
Yeah.
If she had just missed her flight and she was going on vacation or something and got another flight, that's a different story. But she missed a job interview because of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ruined your friend's life. You know that, right?
Oh, man.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, give you some advice, have you call her and make your Awkward Tuesday phone call, okay?
Okay.
All right, hang on.
It's awkward.
It's Tuesday.
It's Brooke and Jubal's Awkward Tuesday phone call.
You know how it works. If you have a problem and you need our advice, email us, brookeandjubal@moving925.com. We will give you our advice as long as you make an awkward phone call in exchange. Michelle is on the phone today, and she needs to call her friend Kelly and come clean about a lie. She was supposed to take her friend to the airport, but didn't show up. Her friend missed her flight and missed a job interview that she was flying in for. Michelle told her friend that she missed it because her grandma died. Her grandma didn't die, Michelle missed the flight because she was out partying, hooked up with a dude, woke up in his bed to a bunch of missed calls and text messages from her friend. I was like, oh, crap. I didn't take her to the airport. So now she needs to call her friend and tell her the truth. Michelle, are you ready to make your Awkward Tuesday phone call?
I'm ready.
And Michelle, you know what? I want to do something for you that I've never done, and I'm going to help you out a lot here. I'm going to call as your dead grandma's husband.
No.
Your grandpa. Yeah. And just, hi. I miss my wife so much. Thank you very much for being understanding about Michelle not being able to take you to the airport. I'll do whatever you got to do. I'll come over dressed up as him, anything to help your lie out. What do you think about that?
I don't think that's a great idea.
No? Okay.
Thank God.
Okay, well, I'm going to dial the phone number right now and let you make your Awkward Tuesday phone call.
Okay.
And don't lie anymore. Just be honest. I mean, if my best friend said, listen, this is what really happened, I need your forgiveness, I would eventually get there, especially if the guy you hooked up with was really, really hot.
He was.
Okay, I mean, it's got to be worth your time, right?
Okay, here we go.
Hello? Hey, Kelly? Michelle? Hey, girl, how are you? I'm doing okay, but how are you doing with everything? I'm okay. You know, I'm really sorry again about not being able to take you to the airport and, you're missing a job interview. I feel really, really badly about that.
Do not feel bad at all. I mean, your grandmother passed away. Like, that takes precedence over everything.
So, about that, there's something I do have to tell you.
Okay.
I don't want you to be mad when I tell you this. I mean, you're a really good friend. I really, really love you. I really value our friendship, and I just don't want you to be upset.
Okay, just what? Just tell me.
Okay, so my grandma's actually still alive. She's not dead.
What? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I wasn't being honest with you.
Is she, like, sick, or what's happening?
No, she's fine.
Okay, I'm so confused. What the hell is going on?
Well, I told you I couldn't take you to the airport because my grandma died, but actually something else happened, and I really freaked out.
What happened?
Okay.
Michelle?
I went out the night before and got really, really wasted and went home with some guy. I'm sorry, I panicked. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I slipped through the whole thing. Like, I'm so sorry. It was a mistake. I didn't mean to.
You told me that your grandma died and you got drunk and hooked up with a guy and slept through taking me to the airport, and because of that I missed my job interview? Are you kidding?
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I really didn't mean to. Like, I'm really sorry. I just panicked. I didn't mean to lie or anything.
Okay, you know what? I can't believe that you would do that to me. I can't believe that.
I only meant to go for like 1 or 2 hours, but then the next thing I know, this guy came up to me and he was just really, really hot. We started talking. I had a lot of Fireball that night, and then I just decided to stay a little bit longer, and I just forgot to plug in my phone. I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I really didn't.
Unbelievable.
I'm really sorry.
Wow. I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, it was a Thursday night. Like, where else would you be, you know? You were at a bar hooking up with random guys. That's what you do.
Oh, nah. That's unfair. I get that you're mad and everything like that, but, like, are you kidding me? I don't hook up with random guys every night of the week.
Well, I mean, really, it's a problem if it's, like, affecting your friendships and, you know, your responsibilities.
Okay. I'll admit I like to go out. I like to have fun, but I think it's, like, really mean for you to, like, bring up all of that stuff about me.
What's really mean is saying that your grandma died when she didn't. That's really mean.
I panicked. I didn't know what else to say. I knew that if I would have just, said that I made a mistake, you would be really angry at me.
Well, yeah, and now you're saying it later, and now I'm twice as angry as I would have been in the beginning, so that was the dumb
I tried to do this nice thing and come clean to you because you're a really good friend of mine, and I made a mistake. I'm sorry, I'm a human being. I didn't mean to do anything bad. And then you're just making me feel like for it.
Great. Well, you know what? I didn't get a job interview, but you got laid, so congratulations.
Awkward.
What is that?
Hey, Kelly, how you doing?
Who are you?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. Nice to meet you.
Michelle, what the hell is going on?
I didn't know how else to talk to you about this because I knew you were going to be upset, so I called in for advice to help.
Well, obviously they didn't help very much.
That is true.
That's a good point.
We didn't help at all. Kelly, Michelle feels really bad.
Yeah.
One, that she made up a lie about her grandma dying, and for not taking you to the airport and you missing your job interview. I don't know if she feels bad about hooking up with that guy. Who knows? I wasn't there.
Well, she should feel bad. She ruined my job interview, and
Kelly, I'm really sorry about everything I did, but you said really mean stuff about me just a little while ago. What the hell? I'm not.
I know. I took it a little too far, okay, but I was mad. I mean, you do go out a lot, but I definitely took it too far.
Yeah, you did. But I'm still really sorry about your job.
To be honest, I didn't really even want the job, but I did want to use it for leverage at my current job to try to get more money.
Yeah.
So she didn't screw you out of a job necessarily. She screwed you out of a raise.
Yeah. And you know what? It was a good opportunity. She was totally irresponsible. That's really crappy of her.
I totally get that, but does she have a history of this in your friendship? Because it sounds like she really is remorseful, and we've all made some really dumb mistakes.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever done anything like this.
I don't know if that's necessarily true.
So Michelle's not the most dependable friend.
Sometimes, she's dependable if I want to go, grab a friend to go to the bar and take shots with. Yeah. But,
She's there on time.
Well, Kelly, you need those kind of friends in your life.
Yeah.
Just don't ask those kind of friends to give you a ride to the airport.
I guess that's the lesson learned, guys.
Yeah, you should have known I wouldn't be able to take care of that.
I have a feeling that you've probably missed a lot of flights yourself.
Yeah.
So there you go, Kelly. I mean, ultimately, if you didn't want the job, don't lose a friendship over it. Just know that Michelle is your flaky friend who you can't ask to take you places.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. I should have known not to ask her, but she'll be my drinking buddy from now on and not my reliable ride to the airport anymore.
Well, so you're not mad at me?
I'm still a little mad, but we're still friends. I just know that I can't count on you, so we're good.
It's a great friendship.
Do you want to go drinking tonight? No. You can count on me for that.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 says, I have a friend that does the exact same thing, and I know I can't count on them for anything. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning talking about today's Awkward Tuesday phone call. If you missed it, Michelle was supposed to take her friend Kelly to the airport, but didn't show up. And Kelly, who wanted to make an Awkward Tuesday phone call, ended up missing her flight and couldn't make a job interview that she was flying out for.
Yeah.
And her friend originally lied and said that her grandma had died. But the truth is, she ended up drunkenly spending the night with a random dude, woke up too late, and couldn't take her friend to the airport. So she wanted to come clean and tell her friend what really happened. And when her friend heard the truth, she said, guess I shouldn't be surprised. It's just kind of how you roll.
I mean, it's kind of true.
It
Yeah.
hurts more, ouch, man.
Yeah.
Right? But they're your friend for a reason. You know who they are.
Yeah, eventually she forgave her and said from now on she knows that she can't ask Michelle for anything.
Yeah.
Other than just to have a good time, probably. So the friendship was saved. Remember, if you want to make an Awkward Tuesday phone call, just email us. We'll help you with your situation as long as you make a very awkward phone call in exchange.
Moving 92.5 Slate.
It's time for your brand new second date update, and we all have a list of celebrities that we would do literally anything to get a date with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's yours?
Whoa.
I don't know, actually.
You guys don't have one off the top of your head?
You like Selma. I like Selma.
Selma Hayek? Yeah, I like
Yeah.
Selma Hayek, but Meredith Baxter Burney is my A+ number one.
Who's
Always.
that?
Watch a Lifetime movie. You'll know who she is.
Okay.
Anyway, well, the guy in today's brand new second date update actually got to live out that fantasy. He went out with his number one biggest celebrity crush, and now he's not getting a call back from her. Is he pushing his luck? Probably, but we don't really care because it means we're finally going to have somebody almost as famous as me on the show.
You're so
Right?
dumb.
Am I right? In your second date update right now.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I'm really interested in today's second date update because the couple that went out on a date didn't even meet in this world.
What?
They met in another world.
What are you talking about?
The world of Warcraft.
That's how you have to say it every time, isn't it?
I have really no idea what that means, but I know that it is a video game where there is a world and there is warring and perhaps some crafting going on in said world.
Maybe some embroidery is what you're thinking?
Why don't we get some more information from Isaiah, who is on the phone right now? And that's where he met his date, apparently, playing World of Warcraft. What's up, Isaiah?
Hi, how's it going?
Well, it is an honor to make your acquaintance, sir.
Ah, yes, and the like to you.
Oh, so you are on board with this, Isaiah. I see.
Your email said that you met the girl that you want to call today for a second date while playing World of Warcraft?
Well, I'm really into World of Warcraft, and I started listening to a podcast that she runs, and that's how we connected.
Oh, she actually does a podcast.
Yeah, she's really, really good at it.
So like a whole podcast just about the video game.
Yeah, she gives like tips and strategies and stuff. It's super hot.
Oh,
Super hot, yeah. All right.
Wow.
to each their own, sir.
So you're a fan of her podcast.
Yeah.
How
That
did you
even
actually...
sounded creepy the way you just said, yeah.
That's pretty cool, though. Like, how did you score a date with her?
Well, I sent her a direct message on Twitter because she gives that in the show.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
And, I just told her that I admired her work and I liked listening to her podcast, and she ended up responding to me.
That actually shocks me because I bet she gets hit up a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure. She has, like, such a hot voice,
Okay.
All right, but she chose you, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah, she got back to me, and I knew it was a stretch, even reaching out to her, because she is so popular and hot and knowledgeable about the game.
Mm-hmm.
We quickly figured out that we live in the same city.
Okay.
And I was...
It's not a city. It's a realm. Stop it, Isaiah.
Yeah, it is a realm,
God,
You're
Isaiah
right.
does not think you're funny.
No, he doesn't.
think
But
he got it.
that's fine. He didn't get it. So you guys lived in the same city, and you both figured that out. And did she ask you out, or did you ask her out?
I asked her out because I thought it was a sign, like it was destiny. So I knew I had to take a chance while the stars were in line for us.
Oh my God, that is serious talk about a first date. What did you guys do?
Well, we decided actually to go to a computer bar to play the game together.
Oh, cool.
That's cool.
That sounds great.
You guys have a common interest. You both love World of Warcraft. Why not?
Yeah, it seemed like a smart choice.
Were you able to have a conversation with her while you're both playing a video game?
Yes, through the game.
Oh, the chat.
When you're living in the game, it's just like real life.
I don't get it.
So
I don't get it.
for people who don't understand how the game is played, you went to a computer bar and you sat next to each other and played the game. But did you actually interact?
Actually, this is super cool. She taught me a command where you can make your character flirt with another character. And if you go command /flirt, then your character will actually flirt with their characters.
So wait, you went to a place to physically sit next to each other so you could virtually flirt with each other.
Brooke, let them do their thing.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Great.
Okay.
I would think, and I don't know because I'm not a gamer, but I would think that's a good sign if she's teaching you how to flirt with her.
Yeah, and I did it over and over and over again, and she did it back to me, too.
Whoa.
Okay, but did you ever do it in real life?
Well, I actually, I got her, like, some snacks and drinks and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
And I think she really liked that. And when we got to the computer bar, I made sure that I pulled out her computer chair for her, and I wheeled it back in when she sat down.
Nice, gentlemen.
And you know those squishy little things for your arms so you don't get tendonitis when you're playing games for a long time?
Yeah, like tendonitis carpal tunnel. Yeah.
Yeah, I brought an extra one of those, and I let her use that.
Wow.
You are thoughtful, sir.
Oh, thanks.
Did she think you were thoughtful too? Did she like that gesture?
Yeah, she said thank you, and she gave me a real big smile, and she touched my shoulder, and I think that was a really good sign.
Oh my God.
I think you're right. You know, they always say, like, if somebody touches you or something, that means they're interested.
Yeah, and she touched me more than once.
Wow, get it, son.
All right.
Woo.
Yeah.
It's getting hot in here. So how did things end? Like, was there any romance at that point?
Well, I walked her out, and I said that I'd like to hang out with her again, and we had a really good hug.
Okay.
That's good.
And, and then we left.
Okay, and did you guys make plans to go out again?
She said that she was open to hanging out again, so...
But you've called her and she hasn't called you back?
Yeah, I got her phone number, and we'd been texting, so I texted her, and I didn't hear anything back, so I thought maybe she wanted to go back to Twitter direct message, so I did that, and she didn't get back to me.
And you're sure she didn't take your little session as you being kind of like her student of World of Warcraft? Like, she understood it was an actual date, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, if it was a private tutorial, I assume she would have charged me for it.
That's true.
That's a good point.
Yep.
And when we were texting back and forth, she called it a date. She said, "It's a date!" Exclamation point.
Oh.
So she sounds interested.
Yeah, I know that she's kind of a celebrity in the gaming world, so maybe that's why she's not getting back to me, because she's just too busy.
Well, I'm going to play a song, come back, and then we'll call her and get your second date update and hopefully find out why she's not getting back to you, okay?
Okay.
All right, man. Hang on. We'll do it right after this.
Let's go.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
All right, it's time for the second level of today's second date update. And if you're just tuning in and wondering why I'm playing the Mario Brothers theme song, it's because Isaiah is on the phone and he wants to call a girl named Dawn today. They actually met through their love of World of Warcraft. Now, I know Super Mario Brothers and World of Warcraft are a lot different.
Yeah, good thing you said that because we were about to get a lot of hate mail.
But I said video games, and so I found the best video game thing I could find to play. Anyway, they met because they both love World of Warcraft. She actually hosts a podcast that he listens to, and he hit her up on Twitter and ended up asking her out, and they got together and met up at a computer bar and actually played World of Warcraft together, and now she's not calling him back.
And she's like a celebrity in the gaming world. I mean, if she says that maybe she wasn't that interested, I still think that you should be pretty proud that you hooked on one date with her.
Yeah, I just want to know where I stand with her, because we had a really good time, and she seemed like she was interested in me, and we really hit it off in the game. And
Okay, well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now, see if we can get her on the phone and find out why, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hello.
Hi, I was looking for Dawn.
Yeah, this is she.
Dawn, how you doing? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You host a podcast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, what we do is kind of like a podcast, except you probably have more listeners.
That's probably true.
Okay, how can I help you?
Well, you can help us because we actually got an email from one of our listeners about you.
Okay, what'd they say?
Well, they said that they went out on a date with you a little while ago and had a really good time, but now you're not calling them back.
Oh, I thought you were calling because maybe you wanted like an interview or something.
No, sorry. You do a World of Warcraft podcast, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, our listeners have no idea what that is. So
I don't either. We'd ask you the dumbest
yeah,
questions.
we would
you
be
want it.
terrible interview. You'd probably get frustrated with us and hang up.
All right, okay. So
the reason we're calling is you recently met up with a dude who actually listens to your podcast, but also wanted to go on a date with you. His name is Isaiah.
Yeah, I remember Isaiah.
Okay, well, Isaiah emailed us and told us about your date, and he's also confused because you're not calling him back, and he's tried to get a hold of you a few times.
Yeah, that's true.
Is it because you're, I don't know, have a lot of men throwing themselves at you?
No, actually, I really don't get asked out that often, so that's not it.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, I think some guys are just kind of intimidated, and I mean, I wish more guys would ask me out. That would be nice, but no.
Well, let's talk about the one dude that did ask you out then, Isaiah. Did you not enjoy your date with him?
Oh, no, I mean, the date, it was fine. Like, it wasn't a bad date. It wasn't too awkward or anything. He's a fan of mine, so I'm just gonna say it's just not gonna work.
Can you tell us anything so that we can at least let him know? Because he's really confused. He thought that you had a great time and you both had a good connection and you enjoyed the date.
Well, you know, I mean, I don't want to go into too much detail, but I'm a level 110 Blood Elf Hunter, and he's a level 20 Undead Warrior.
Okay.
Okay. What does that mean exactly?
It just means that he has barely played the game.
Oh, and then...
In comparison to me.
Okay, so you've got a really good rating, and you have a high level on the game, and he doesn't.
It's similar to an 11-year-old boy asking Heidi Klum out on a date. You know, it's not gonna look good for her. Besides not being legal, but it's not going to be good.
So wait, the gaming world will judge you for dating someone?
Oh, yeah. Oh, they judge everything. Hardcore. Yeah.
Like, you're being serious about this?
Yeah, no, if they know that I'm hanging out with a noob, I'll lose followers. I'll get blasted.
Oh, no.
That is so weird to me.
This is a real thing. You mean this?
I mean, I have thousands of people following me, right? And they're following me for, like, strat and, you know, tips and things. How is it going to look if I'm dating, like, a level 20 warrior and he hasn't even gotten a Nobergon yet? So it's like, you know.
Yeah, I know, right?
Not Nobergon.
God.
Oh, my God.
God, anybody
How
knows
does-
Nobergon.
Obviously, Don, I have no idea what you said, but I'm kind of understanding what you mean in a weird way.
But why did you go out with him to begin with, Don? Didn't you know that he wasn't past Nobergon?
No, I wasn't on WoW when we were talking. He DM'd me on Twitter.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
And I mean, I didn't think to ask because, like, people who follow me, I assume they're at least level 80. Otherwise, you know, why are they there?
Right? What are you doing?
You crazy?
We're trying to play in the big leagues.
Oh man, were you so disappointed when you found out about his level status?
It's a pretty big bummer. It's, you know, like I said, I don't get asked out on dates a lot, and he was really nice, but it was a big drawback.
Okay. That is an interesting reason, Don.
Yeah.
I do also want to let you know that Isaiah is on the other line listening to this conversation.
Right now?
Yep.
Hi. Hi, Don.
Oh my God.
Did you really mean all that?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were listening. I mean,
But you called me a noob.
Well, I don't mean to be mean, but you are. I mean, in the world of Warcraft, you are.
Yeah. If it's my status that you're worried about, then I will stop playing the game, and we can just connect about something else.
Isaiah, it's not your status I'm worried about. It's my status. I have an image to uphold.
Yeah, but if I quit, then you don't even have to worry about that status.
Yeah, but I can't date someone who doesn't play.
Well, it'll just seem like you're not dating anyone at all. It'll be a secret.
Isaiah, you're willing to be just a secret boyfriend to her?
Because you weren't dating somebody before this.
I mean, well, so if we were dating, and I'm playing WoW all the time, you know that, like, what are we going to talk about? You don't know anything about end-level rating or, like, the end-of-game content. Like, you're still smelting tin and
Yeah, dude. You guys don't...
Sorry, but...
What do you have in common, right?
I just can't be a teacher all the time.
Well, I can learn really fast. I mean, there's other podcasts I can be listening to all the time. I mean, I'll keep listening to yours, of course, and I will stay a subscriber no matter what. But, like, there's all kinds of things I can listen to, like, even when I'm, like, driving to work and stuff.
Well, and it's also just, like, a time thing. Like, if you're going to play World of Warcraft and want to play with me, you kind of got to put in a lot of hours.
I can do that. I mean, I can just drink coffee when I get home at night.
or some Mountain Dew Code Red, man.
It's gonna take
you know?
a while.
Yeah.
What if you guys just left World of Warcraft out of your relationship altogether?
Oh, you can't be serious.
I mean, I'm totally serious. Like, why does it need to be such a focal point of your romantic life?
I'm sorry, but it's that important to me.
Okay, I will commit myself 100% to playing every minute that I can, and I will catch up. I promise you, I'm not going to let go. And if I can just be around you, then I feel like it'll make me better as a person and as a player too, you know? Like, you make people better. That's what you do. It's what your podcast is for, is helping people, and you helped me.
Dawn, come on. I mean, he said you were intelligent. He said you were attractive. Like, this guy really thinks, like, you're it.
I know, and that's the hard part. That's why it's so hard to tell him no.
Still,
Don't say no. Like, I'll be here to support you. /flirt.
there you go. You got a /flirt over the phone, Dawn. Would you go out with Isaiah again one more time? We will pay for it.
Well, Isaiah, I mean, I can't date someone like this because of my work, but I mean, okay, if you can make it to like level 80, level 90, you can call me then, and we'll figure it out from there.
Hey.
You hear that, Isaiah?
Level 80, I can do that.
80, preferably 90, but I'll cut it at 80.
You can text me at 80.
The door is still open, Isaiah. If you get to the right level in World of Warcraft, you can have your dream date.
Got a lot of work to do.
I can do it. I know I can do it because I have love on my side.
All right, so it's a deal, Dawn. If he gets to level 80 or 90, you will give him another shot.
It's a deal.
Nice.
It's a deal.
Yeah. All right, now you got something to work toward, Isaiah.
Yeah.
All right, well, I understood about a third of what was said in today's second date update, but I think it's kind of a successful one, Isaiah. You might have a second date at some point.
I will, Don, no matter how long it takes.
All right. Well, just make sure you're always in a queue for a dungeon. Like, that's the way to get there.
All right. Remember that, Isaiah. If we learned anything about dating today, it's always remember you're in a queue for a dungeon.
You got it.
Always be in a queue for a dungeon.
Be in a queue for a dungeon.
Okay, almost got it.
Just get in that dungeon.
I will.
All right.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 says, you guys are laughing, but I'm a gamer, and people will judge her for dating this guy.
Okay.
Another text in at 78592 says, you guys don't know anything. World of Warcraft is a way of life.
Yeah.
She should definitely not go out with that guy. If you don't know what I'm talking about the second date update. Isaiah wanted to call a woman named Dawn. He was a big fan of hers because she hosts a World of Warcraft podcast and apparently is very successful with her podcast and at the game. They went out on a date. They played World of Warcraft together, and she found out on that date that he's a noob.
Oh, no.
The worst. He's not very good at the game. He's just starting. He's a level 20, I think she said.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means, but apparently somebody texted in 78592 laughing at him saying that's basically like he's a baby. Okay, so he hasn't learned a lot in World of Warcraft, and she's obviously very good at it. And she said she couldn't date him because the people that listen to her podcast would judge her, and she would lose subscribers if she was dating a noob.
So I always thought that the bullies were the ones that made fun of the gamers, but apparently the bullies are the gamers making fun of each other.
Right?
Yeah.
There's even
Like,
politics in the gaming world.
I know.
I only understood like 20% of what was going on in that second date.
Yeah, somebody texted in
But-
at 78592 and was like, what the hell just happened? I don't really know.
Yeah.
But they're not going out again until he gets his level up there.
Which means you're probably not going out. It sounds hard to get.
Yeah, it does.
That is a really judgy group of people.
Going to be a long time before they can go on a date. Remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The good thing about today's second dater is that he knows he's not good at dating.
Well, hey.
The bad thing, he's not good at dating. We've got Clint on the phone with us. Clint, how are you?
I guess I'm all right. How are you guys?
I'm good. Now, your email said you know that you're not good at going out with girls.
That's okay.
It's fine. We deal with that a lot. What do you think the issue is?
My biggest problem is once I'm on a second or a third date and I've gotten to know them really well, I come out of my shell. But my first date, I'm always the quiet guy, or I'm like the super awkward guy who will drink like 14 glasses of water at dinner.
Right. And how many cups of coffee have you had this morning?
Right? Because you don't seem like the super quiet guy.
I'm on pod number 2 right now.
Okay. Now, you emailed us about a girl named Chloe, and you took her to your college?
Oh.
Well, so I was reading in this magazine that if you have a date that's in a really familiar place where you have a past or where you have a big connection to it, that it's easy to come out of your shell because you just already have this wealth of things to talk about.
Okay.
I guess I could kind of see that, too. If it's a familiar place, you're kind of relaxed or whatever, and you know it, so you're not too uncomfortable.
It's also not a lot of people's relaxed place is school.
Yeah.
Well, but also I think for me, too, is like my college has like this eco center and this like large outdoor garden and like these nature paths. And it's like, what a great way to spend like a nice Saturday afternoon outdoors in the sun.
How did you propose that to her? Like, you said, I want to come show you my college?
Well, no, I was just like, hey, it's such a pretty day. Do you want to spend some time outside? And she's like, oh, sure.
Okay.
And then in my mind, I already knew that we were coming there. I mean, I guess unless she said no, but thankfully she didn't, right? So,
Right.
Didn't think about that till now.
I think that's a great idea, Clint. I'm partial to educational dates, plus you get to be outside. Did she seem like she was into it the entire time?
I thought it went really well for once. Like, I thought the conversation was really easy, and I felt like I'm the person that I kind of think of myself as on second, third, and fourth dates, but on a first date scenario.
So it worked for you. You felt more relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Nice.
Awesome.
Okay.
That's good.
Your email mentioned a rose trick. What was that? What's that all about?
Oh.
Trick?
So, same thing in this magazine. It was like, just people sharing romantic things that had happened to them. And one of them was, I went to the date beforehand, hid a rose in a place where I knew we would end up. And then when I got back there, I was like, oh, what is this? And then you give her the rose.
Oh, Clint.
Do you feel like maybe... Okay, Lydia's shaking her head. Is that too cheesy, Lydia?
Well, I think the idea behind it is very sweet, but were you trying to pass it off like, hey, I didn't know this would be here?
Yeah, so we walk into the room and the rose bear's like, oh, hey, what is this? And I give it to her, and then she kind of does the like, did you put this there? And I just kind of played the like, oh, we'll never know kind of coy card, I guess.
All right.
Coy, huh?
And how many times have you tried to get a hold of her since your date?
Maybe 4 times.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Now it's been 2 weeks, and it's like, okay, I'm pretty sure that I've done something wrong.
Okay. You want to know what? I think that maybe the date is just kind of strange, and the rose trick, a little too cheesy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but there's so many good intentions behind it. You were trying to be creative. I think that there's hope here.
Yeah, but you don't think maybe trying too hard? Like, I think it may have come off like you're trying too hard, Clint.
I mean, but like, I feel like all of my other dates have been just in really normal bar, restaurant settings, and it's just been misfire after misfire. And so for me, it was like, okay, let's just go wildly off the beaten path and try something else.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, all right?
Okay.
All right, hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Today's second dater, Clint, took a girl on a college date.
Oh.
I was thinking about if I took a girl to where I went to college, it would not be impressive. Hey, here's El Camino Community College in Torrance, California.
Hey.
I took like half a class here and then just quit.
For some people, though, it would just be walking them over to their desktop computer. So at least you got one up on them.
That's true, yeah. The University of Phoenix. This is where I went to college. This is my computer. You said, Clint, that you got the idea for the college date from reading a magazine that gave you dating advice and things like that. Do you think that maybe it just seemed too planned out? And
Possibly, absolutely possibly, but I just am so sick of like all of the other first dates that I've been on, and like the drinking bar alternative, that I was just really eager for something maybe a little different, but also something that where I wouldn't feel like I was off man out, you know?
Hey, Clint, you ever think about this? Maybe she's dumb. And she felt like you were rubbing it in that you went to school and she didn't.
I mean, I guess it's better than having wide set eyes. I'll take it.
Wide set eyes. All right, Clint.
Okay.
Here we go. We're going to call her right now, okay?
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Chloe, please?
This is her.
Hey, Chloe, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5.
Oh my gosh.
How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Are you wondering why I'm calling?
Yeah.
I'm calling you because you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners.
Oh.
A guy named Clint who listens to our show. And Clint wanted us to call you.
I remember Clint.
Did you have fun on your date with Clint?
Yeah. Clint and I are probably not really meant for each other, but yeah.
Clint did tell us about your date a little bit, and from the sounds of it, it sounded kind of awkward to me. Like he took you back to his college and walked around there, and then he did like an awkward little, oh, look, I found a rose, and gave it to you.
I mean, he went through the trouble of like planting a rose, like on this walk that we were going to take.
So you liked that?
Yeah, it was a super romantic idea.
Okay.
I just felt weird, like a weird feeling throughout the date.
Like a general bad vibe or?
Like, I realized it probably like an hour or so into the date. He just hadn't taken his eyes off me the entire time.
What?
Oh, really?
I don't know if you've ever really like been in a situation where someone is just not taking their eyes off of you, but
welcome to every single conversation I ever have, Chloe. It's tough. Oh, I feel your pain. Did he just creep you out? Is that what you mean?
I don't think he's a creepy guy, but like he did kind of creep me out, like it got to the point where like I literally was trying to like throw his like gaze onto like another, thing. Like there was this awesome building you could see kind of like over these like trees. I pointed at the building. I was like, look, this is awesome architecture. Mm-hmm. And he like awkwardly turned around so that like I would be in the building behind me.
What?
Like he wouldn't just like turn his head. I know, it was just like really weird. He would not, there was never a moment when I was not in his eyesight.
So he was just staring at you the whole time. I think I know what the issue is, Chloe.
Yeah?
And I think there's only one real way to find out, and that's to ask Clint. Clint?
Hi.
Chloe, Clint is on the phone with us.
What?
Hi, Chloe.
Oh my God. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Clint, did you read in one of your little dating help magazines that you should always make intense eye contact?
Yeah.
Intense wasn't the word that they used. Considerate eye contact was one of the pointers.
Oh no!
Do you realize you were just staring at Chloe the whole time?
It hadn't occurred to me, but I do remember moving to look at her and a building. So,
Chloe, I'm going to help Clint out here, okay? Clint is not very good at dating. And he talked to us about it. He read a bunch of articles and dating tips before he went out with you. That's where he came up with the college date. Mm-hmm. And the little rose trick and everything else because he wanted to do something special for you, but he doesn't really know how, and he finds himself being very awkward on dates. And even after all the help, still found himself being awkward on dates. So
come on.
That's probably where the eye contact came from.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, once people get to know me, I feel like I come out of my show and I'm really personable and I'm really engaging. I just, I can't, I'll be on a date and the entire time what I'm thinking is, well, what do you do with your hands? Or you could put them in your lap. Why don't you put them on the table? You should hold that glass. Maybe put that glass down. I should go to the bathroom. Do I tell her I'm going to the bathroom? Don't tell her where you're going, though. Oh, but then she won't know. Well, tell her where you're going. Well, don't tell her what you're doing.
Okay.
All right.
Ben, slow down. You're kind of like actually an average woman on a date.
Yeah.
That's how many things we normally think about.
It's so sweet that you've taken the time to research dating and read a magazine and take all these helpful tips and stuff. Just the eye contact, it just was so weird and kind of creeped me out and all of that. And I mean, I would say maybe just next time, don't take so much advice from a magazine. If you just, be yourself in the future, I bet, a lot of girls are going to like you.
Just date people over the phone, Clint.
Yeah.
Like, honestly,
but I would say that I feel like if you were willing to go on a second date, I feel like now that we know each other a little better, it would probably be less awkward. Or I could, wear an eye patch.
Clint. Clint.
Sunglasses.
You dog, are you asking her out on a second date?
He's
Look
doing
at
it
you.
all by
Hey,
himself.
I bet you that's not in his magazine,
No.
okay?
Clint, you just did that on your own, buddy.
It's true. I did it, everybody.
Chloe,
Come on, Chloe.
Clint just asked you out. He manned up and did it. Would you go out on a second date with Clint? We will pay for it.
You know what? Yes, I will.
You will?
Hey, good.
Awesome, Clint.
Look at what you did, Clint.
It goes with Jubal's theory about you should just never read.
Yeah. Stop reading things, Clint. Congratulations, man. See, just a little bit of confidence. You relaxed, and you were able to actually ask her out. That's impressive.
Thanks. Thank you for helping us out. Me out. Us out. I don't know. More words.
Yeah. Chloe, are you excited to go out with Clint again now that you know the eye contact thing was just something that he read?
Just kind of being yourself is sort of the key thing, and kind of being able to really just kind of go with whatever's happening.
So you hear that, Clint? Chloe's just saying, be yourself, man. Don't try too hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the meantime, go ahead and Google, how do I be myself? Before your date.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Be still my heart.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I'm a little confused by the email that we got in for today's second date update.
Okay.
This guy named Rich is on the phone with us right now, and he emailed us saying that he wants to do a second date update on his girlfriend.
What? That's not how it works.
Rich, you know that a second date update is just like if you went on a date with somebody and they're not calling you back, not an actual relationship, right?
Yeah.
No, I know, but my girlfriend hasn't talked to me since our last date.
Okay.
So I thought it maybe qualifies.
Okay, sure.
One date doesn't make her your girlfriend, too. We also understand that, right, Rich?
This is your real girlfriend?
Yeah, she was my real girlfriend. We've been on more than one date.
Okay. Just want to make
Well-
sure you're not that clingy type, Rich.
Why not try something new and do a second date update with someone's actual girlfriend?
Okay.
Well, tell us a little bit about your girlfriend.
Her name's Emily.
Okay.
We originally matched online. That's how we met each other.
Okay.
And we were talking on our phones for 3 weeks. And then the first time we went out, it was just a coffee date. It was very quick, but we really hit it off. And a couple days later, we went out again for a dinner date, and it was great. One of the best dates I've ever had.
Good.
Wait, so how long have you guys been dating now?
Well, how long have we been dating?
Yeah, how long have you been boyfriend, girlfriend, I guess I should say?
So on our last date, we had the talk, and we were yeah, we're going to be boyfriend, girlfriend.
And then is that your third date you had that talk?
No, that was our second date where we had the talk.
Wait, what? You went to coffee and then you went to dinner and then suddenly you were in a relationship?
Yeah, right. But, we had been talking for
Okay.
Okay.
Dang, that
Cool.
just seems quick.
Well, why do you think your girlfriend isn't calling you back now? Did you do something terrible on your date?
No, I don't think so. For a second date, it was kind of a big deal for me, and I wanted it to go well. So I saw on her dating profile that she loved Ryan Gosling.
Okay.
So for the dinner date, I came to dinner with a gift basket full of Ryan Gosling movies.
That's not a bad idea.
That's
If she
cute.
likes Ryan Gosling, she's going to be thinking about him the whole time while she's with you. But
Hey, that's fine.
Still
That'll
might.
make her fall harder, probably.
exactly.
Yeah, she loved it. She thought it was really funny. She thought it was sweet.
Yeah.
And then after dinner, I asked her, I have a DVD player at my place. You want to go back and watch one of these Ryan Gosling movies? And yeah, we went back. We watched Crazy Stupid Love. We started making out a little bit, and then we made out for a while, and then we had the talk.
You stopped in the middle of your makeout session, and did she bring it up or did you bring it up?
I brought it up.
What did you say?
I was what are we?
Uh-huh.
Are we like just making out? Are we like dating? Or
Okay, and what was her response?
I mean, it took a while and we like went back and forth, but we decided to make it official.
What was the vibe when you decided that?
Passionate, I think. I think like.
I know he just blushed. Did you hear that?
Wow.
Dog you.
I mean, I was obviously like nervous because it's a big conversation and like a big deal, but in the end, we decided to make it official.
Okay, good.
So is that the last time you talked to her?
Yeah, that's why I'm so perplexed because like it went really well, and I've been texting her and like calling her, and I haven't heard back from her in like 8 days.
Whoa. Maybe she doesn't know how relationships work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's make it official.
Yeah.
Talk to you in a couple years.
Yeah, I don't know if we're like broken up or if she's like out of town maybe or something.
So
she should tell
She didn't break up with you. She just stopped talking to you.
Yeah, I haven't heard back from her. The last time we talked was on our date.
And prior to your second date, were you guys texting daily?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so it's definitely a notable difference.
Yeah, and I mean, if I know Emily, she wouldn't do this. She's not this kind of girl.
Okay, after 2 dates, all right.
Okay.
All right. Any idea what could have happened? I mean, I wonder if she's safe. Do you know that she's alive still?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know from Facebook. Like she's still around. She hasn't gotten back to me.
And you're
Okay.
sure you didn't freak her out and she was just agreeing with you to like not make it awkward?
I don't know, but I mean, she said she wanted to be my girlfriend.
Yeah,
All right.
so weird.
You know?
Yeah, it's your girlfriend. You know her better than we do.
Yeah.
So. All right, well, we'll play a song and then come back and call your girlfriend and find out why she's dodging you.
Okay, great, thanks.
Yep, you're welcome. We'll do it right after this.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Well, this is definitely a first for the second date update, and here at Brooke and Jubal in the morning, we're always trying to break the mold.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So much so that now our segments aren't even about what they're supposed to be about at all. Because it's a second date update, but we're about to call Emily because Emily is Rich's girlfriend. They've been dating for a few weeks. I guess they've gone out twice, but they have had the talk like if they're boyfriend and girlfriend, and she said yes, and now she's not calling him back. Ever since the last time they hung out, she hasn't talked to him. So we're going to call her and see if we can figure out why. Rich, are you ready to call your lady?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's gonna be a
Okay.
new segment. Where's my girlfriend?
Yeah.
I mean, you're pretty rational about all this, but if it is true that since she hasn't talked to you in 8 days, she's like trying to break up with you, how are you going to feel?
I mean, I feel like we can work through it,
Okay.
I feel like we have a real connection.
Well, that's
Okay,
good
so
attitude.
this is more couples counseling than second date update, or maybe a
Oh.
mix of both here.
Ooh.
If that's what it has to be.
All right. And, I think I'm the
dedicated.
only person in this room that actually has done couples counseling. I tell you this right now, Rich.
Yeah, that's true.
Just be wrong. You're wrong every time. Okay? Just say sorry and you'll be good, okay?
Sounds like
Okay.
couples counseling is really effective.
Yeah, it's great.
Teaches you what's wrong, huh?
Yeah. All right, I'm going to dial her phone number right now and see if we can figure out why your girlfriend has stopped talking to you. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Emily?
Yes.
Hey, Emily, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm sorry, who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Okay. How can I help you?
Is there a small dog in the
Yeah, you got
background?
a dog or something back there?
No, I don't have a dog.
Oh, weird. It sounded like there was like some whining or somebody whistling for a dog or something. Anyway,
That's not what we're calling.
that's not the reason we called you, yeah. I'm calling you today because somebody sent us an email about you.
Why would somebody send you an email about me?
Because we do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up blowing them off, they can email us to get you on the phone and ask what happened.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we got an email about you.
Sad.
What's that?
Who does that?
I don't
Who
know.
does that?
Quite a few people.
Yeah,
But-
a lot.
We've done a lot.
Yeah, we have done a lot of these.
Oh my God.
And I guess this is a little different, though, because the guy that emailed us about you is your boyfriend, and he's wondering why you're not talking to him.
What? I'm sorry. I don't have a boyfriend.
What?
Is that because you just broke up with somebody by stopping talking to them?
No, I'm not really sure what you guys talking about. Like, I don't recall having a boyfriend.
Okay, and now are you the type of person that remembers that type of thing?
I think I would.
Okay.
Like,
You
I
never
think that would be important in my life. Like, oh, by the way, I have a boyfriend, but no, I don't have one.
Well, maybe we're talking to the wrong person.
Maybe you are.
Maybe I dialed the phone number wrong. Do you know a guy? Well, name's
Name's
right.
right.
Do you know a guy named Rich?
He's the guy that you guys are talking about?
Yeah. He says he's your boyfriend?
Are you guys serious?
Yeah.
Why are you laughing? I thought he was your boyfriend.
Now we're confused.
Oh my gosh. Okay, no, he's totally not my boyfriend.
Okay, he totally thinks he's your boyfriend.
Yeah.
He might think a lot of things. That is not one of them at all.
So
How can you go out on a couple of dates and call somebody like boyfriend and girlfriend? That's like ridiculous. Like,
I mean, I thought it was fast, but you know what? Some people do things differently than I do.
no, that's a little psychotic. That's a little out there.
Did you just call him psychotic?
Psychotic is kind of like some of the stuff he has been doing the past few days. Like, he's blowing up my phone, texting me.
Oh, no.
He sent me a Facebook request that we were in a relationship, and that was totally a joke. And then I go in my Instagram, and he's putting pictures of us. By the way, there's like 2 of them. But on the captions, he's putting me as his girlfriend.
And
Like, after 2 dates.
you don't sound like you're about that.
No. He's a really nice guy. Like, don't get me wrong. He's a really, really nice guy. But there is no reason for me to, like, be boyfriend and girlfriend with anyone after I just, like, made out with them one time.
Yeah.
he's also actually on the phone right now and
Oh,
wants to
God.
talk to you. So there is that too.
Are you serious?
Yep. Rich, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Emily, sweetheart, I don't get why you're saying all of this.
Okay. Rich, listen to me. You're really nice and you're really sweet, and I totally had a blast. But, honey, you can't blow up someone's phone after 2 dates. Like, you just can't do that. I'm sorry.
I mean, you can if you're in a relationship. I was worried about you.
Wait, hold up. Hold. What? Like, who's in a relationship with who here? I'm not in a relationship with you. I'm sorry.
Oh, my God.
We had the talk. We made it official.
What are you talking about? What talk?
Remember when we were done making out after the last time we went out, it was going great, and I asked you, is it okay if I call you my girlfriend now? And you said yes.
Oh, my God. That's what you think the talk was? Like, are you serious right now?
Well, I mean, now I just feel like you're trying to make me feel stupid in front of everyone. So,
Okay, I would actually back Rich on that. That sounds like the talk to me. Like, can I call you my girlfriend? And you said yes.
yeah, exactly.
No, I said sure, and I laughed. Like, oh, okay, sure, whatever. But not like, yes, you are my boyfriend. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make you sound stupid, but that's a little bit too much for me.
No, that's not how I remember it. It was like a special moment. We were connecting, you know? And now I just feel like I'm trying to communicate and I'm trying to make this relationship work. And, you know, you're just putting up walls.
Okay, listen. There is no, like, walls. Walls don't exist, Rich. They're not there because there's nothing there. Do you understand?
Yeah, I mean, I get that we're, like, having an argument right now.
I think this is different than an argument.
Okay, Rich. It's weird after 2 dates that you text me that your parents want to meet me. Like, I'm sorry.
Love is crazy, you know?
Rich,
Love
do
is
not drop
crazy.
the L-bomb right now, dude.
I went out 2 dates with you. Like, I don't want to meet anyone's parents after 2 days. It's extra.
I mean, my parents knew each other for a month when they got engaged. And, like, Emily and I have known each other for more than a month now since we, like, matched.
There's no reason for you to meet your parents.
I mean, I'm glad we're communicating about it now, at least. I feel like if you don't want to meet my parents, then you should tell me that, you know?
No, Rich.
No,
Rich, no.
I think she's saying that she's not your girlfriend.
I think she's saying that she doesn't want anything to do with you at all.
Emily, is that really what you're saying, sweetheart?
Oh, my God.
I kind of have been saying that this whole time. Like, me not texting you for a week should, like, give you that response.
Rich, you cannot be this naive.
but that's why I had the talk, and we made it official. We did know.
I was laughing hysterically, Rich. Like, I was literally bending down, like my stomach hurt. And I was like, okay, sure, whatever. Like, I thought you were seriously joking. Like, nobody ever has a boyfriend or girlfriend out of relationship, like you say, after 2 dates. We just made out once. Like,
I mean,
I honestly thought you were kidding.
Emily, we can agree to disagree, but I know what happened.
Okay, listen, I'm sorry. I didn't want to mislead you, but this is way too much for me. This is way too freaky, and that I don't need that right now, okay? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I totally get what you're saying. We're going too fast, and, I get that, It's not time, and when the time is right, you'll meet them.
Oh
my God.
My gracious God. Oh, my gosh. We are not in a relationship. I'm not your girlfriend. Please stop texting me and calling me. I'm sorry.
You know what? I hear you, Emily. I hear you. And that's why I want to ask you if you'll go out on a second date with Rich. Both of us are hearing you loud and clear.
This is so
We will pay for a second date.
No, absolutely not.
Did she have to scream it? No, she doesn't want anything to do with him at all.
Oh, man.
Wow. Emily, I can't believe you're saying this after all we've been through.
Dios mío, I just said we went out on 2 dates. What all we went through. You're a nice guy, but please just let it go, move on with your life, and just, stop blowing up my phone. That would be nice. Don't blow up my phone. Listen, when you're going to text me, write it out and then delete it. And then feel like you did it anyway.
Yeah, so at least you can feel like you're saying it, Rich. Rich, obviously you're not getting a second date, and I hope now you understand that Emily is not your girlfriend.
Yeah, I mean, look, Emily, I know this has gotten weird, but I get that you're angry, and I won't reach out to you because I get that you don't want me to, but I'll be by the phone when you want to get back together.
Get back together.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 says, I think that guy was on the wrong segment. He should have been on the loser line. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, Rich wanted to call Emily. Emily is his girlfriend, and she wasn't calling him back. Or was she? We got her on the phone, and she said that she was just joking. He said that they actually did have the talk because we first started talking, and we're like, okay, how's your girlfriend not calling you back? He said that they were making out after one of their dates, and then he said that they should be boyfriend and girlfriend, and she said yes. So he thought they had the talk, but when we called her, she says that she was just joking. Yeah. And she thought that he was trying to be funny. And so she's like, yeah, sure, whatever, we can be together. Haha, no, absolutely not. We've only been on 2 dates. And then she was creeped out because he was trying to get her to meet his parents. And he tried making their status official on social media. So she was like, oh, man, this guy does actually want to be my boyfriend. And it's way too early. We talked to both of them, and he still didn't get it. At the end of it, he said he was sure that they would work things out because that's what healthy couples do.
I thought he was just a little dumb, but I think it turns out he's just a little scary.
Yeah.
That was frightening.
Yep.
He's really clingy.
Hopefully they can figure it out, those two crazy lovebirds.
Yeah, because he'll be out in the bush outside her home
their
soon.
first little tiff, just a little fight.
So gross.
Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Move at 92.5.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I really want to help this dude out who's on the phone for the second date update today, except he won't tell me the complete story of what happened on his date.
No. And it's rare you actually want to help somebody.
Yeah, true. Both. Weird things. He left in the middle of his date to deal with something. And that's where he's being vague. He won't tell me exactly what it is. Jimmy, how you doing, man?
Hey, what's up?
Why don't you tell everybody what happened on your date? Like, you left at some point for what?
I left because I have a bit of a medical issue, and I had to sort of go and deal with it.
So when you say you left in the middle of the date, you got up and just left.
Well, no, it's not like I just like got up and walked away. Like I excused myself. I told her I had to go and deal with this thing, and I went outside.
You can't give me a clue at all what the medical issue you had to leave your date in the middle of was for?
No, I really want to keep that private.
Did you give Marissa more information than we're getting right now?
Yeah, I explained the situation to her, and she seemed cool with it initially. But when I came back, I don't know, her energy was different, you know. I tried to get things going again, you know, spark the conversation, but it's just like we weren't clicking, you know.
And then how was the date going up into the, like, tell us a little bit about what you guys did before you excused yourself for...
Well, up till then, actually, the date was good. I'm born and raised in Seattle, but she just moved here. So I decided that I would show her some stuff that she hasn't done in Seattle yet. So I know it's going to sound kind of lame, but we rode the monorail.
Okay, so like touristy stuff.
Yeah, so you rode 2 blocks on the monorail, and then you had a whole afternoon to kill after that, right? So,
I know. It's just something like everybody's got to do it once, you know. And it was great. It was a nice time. And then we went and we had sushi.
okay, and that's when your medical issue came up and you had to excuse yourself.
Yeah.
How long were you gone dealing with whatever your medical issue was?
It was a while. It was like 10 minutes, maybe 15.
Okay.
10, 15 minutes, okay.
Do you think that she believed you when you said medical issue, or do you think she thought you were lying and doing something else?
At first, I thought she was cool with it, but when I got back, I don't know, she seemed kind of pissed off. And so it made me think that maybe she thought I was lying to her or something like that. I don't know.
All right, and then how did the date end with you guys?
We left the restaurant, and then we each got separate cabs. I gave her a hug, and that was about it. And I said, you know, I had a good time, and we should do this again. And she said to text her, and so I have been, but she's not responding.
Nothing. Okay, and how many times have you tried texting her since your date?
About 4 or 5 times.
Okay. So you think it's probably the medical issue thing?
I don't know. Either she doesn't believe me, or it freaked her out, or I don't know. I really don't know.
Since you won't tell us what it is, let me ask you: is it something that would gross her out? I mean, you got to give me a little bit.
It's just that it's a private issue, and I just don't really want to say anything about it. Like, I know it's weird because I'm talking to you on the radio and I'm talking to you. It's just, I don't know.
I guess what I'm trying to say is it a normal medical issue where someone would hear something about it and be like, okay, that's understandable, or did you go like, oh, herpes are flaring up, I'll be right back? Because that would definitely mean you're not going to get a call back.
Yeah.
No, I can promise you it's not herpes.
Now, if we get her on the phone and she tells us what it is, are you going to be upset?
Well, I don't really want her to say.
Okay.
I'm hoping she'll respect my privacy, but yeah.
Who knows, right?
Well, if it's embarrassing enough,
she'll probably say something. If it's embarrassing enough, you know how the second date updates work. Well, we'll play a song, come back, see if we can get her on the phone and get your second date update, all right?
All right, cool.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Before we make the phone call for Jimmy, who's on the phone right now for a second date update. Jimmy, I got to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Are you an arms dealer?
Uh-oh.
Or perhaps an international drug kingpin?
No.
All right. I'm just making sure. Because he's very mysterious. Very mysterious. If you listen to the first part of the second date update, Jimmy met a girl named Marissa online. They had a pretty normal date. Nothing of note, except for the fact that he left in the middle of it to deal with a medical issue. He won't tell us what the medical issue is. So I'm assuming he was outside in the parking lot selling arms to our enemies.
That's a natural conclusion.
For at least like 15 minutes. Or drugs. I'm not sure which one, Jimmy. I'll figure you out, though.
All right, man. Whatever.
All right. I'll find you out. I smell a rat.
I'm on to you.
Yeah. So, and again, you were gone from the date for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, like for 15 minutes.
All right. And when you came back, that's the point where she seemed like she was ready to end the date and go home.
Yeah, she seemed pretty cold and like not into it anymore.
All right. Well, we'll dial the number. Hope she answers the phone. And if she does, maybe we can get your second date update. All right. You ready?
Yeah, cool. Let's go.
Here we go, man.
Hello?
Hi, is Marissa there?
Yeah, this is her.
Hello, Marissa. How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show. Yeah, you are definitely a listener. Do you have a few seconds to talk to us?
I'm sorry, why are you guys... What is this? Why are you guys calling me?
I'm calling you because a listener of ours sent us an email about you.
Really?
Yeah, and they asked me to give you a call.
Okay.
His name is Jimmy, and you went out on a date with him recently.
Oh, no.
Okay, so you remember Jimmy.
Oh, God, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. All right. It sounds like you didn't have a fun time. It sounds like you didn't have a fun time with Jimmy. Jimmy had a great time with you.
Oh.
The reason that I'm calling is he'd love to see you again, but you're not responding to any of his text messages. Judging from your reaction right there, you definitely aren't doing that on accident.
Nope, that's on purpose.
Okay.
Um,
Is there something that Jimmy did to make you not like him?
yeah, I guess you could say that.
Is it the fact that he left in the middle of your date to take care of some sort of medical issue that he won't tell us what the medical issue is, but he described your date to us and said that everything went well until that moment where he got up, left, and came back 15 minutes later, and then you seemed kind of cold and upset.
He told you all of that?
Yep. But he said that he really likes you and would love to see you again. And if he can't see you again, he'd love to know why.
Wow. Okay.
Do you mind telling us what the issue is?
What, his medical issue?
Sure, I'd love to know. He won't tell me.
Yeah, we're dying.
If you want to tell us that, that's fine.
No.
Well, he never actually told me what the medical condition is, so I can't really help you with that.
Damn.
It's
All right.
good.
He
Respect
wouldn't
the man's privacy.
I know, I want to know. He wouldn't tell us either. Is that it, though? I'm assuming that's what happened.
I mean, we were having dinner, and I was telling him this story, and all of a sudden, he got really quiet and stopped eating.
Okay.
And I could kind of tell that he wasn't really listening to my story, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So he tells me, he's like, so, hey, I haven't told you this, but I have this, like, medical condition, and I need to leave. So I'll be right back. And I was like, okay. And he actually left the restaurant. He walked right out of the restaurant. And I was like, oh, my God, he's ditching me, you know?
Yeah, he told us he went outside. But again, he wouldn't tell us what the issue was either.
Yeah. So I told my waiter, listen, I'm not dining and dashing, but I'm going to leave my purse right here. My date just left, and I need you to find out where he is. So I went outside, and I was searching just everywhere for him, and then finally went around the corner. There was like this alleyway, and I looked down the alley, and he's sitting there with a homeless guy smoking pot.
What?
Wait, what?
And I don't think he saw me, so I went back into the restaurant.
So he took a weed break in the middle of your date.
Yeah, and I was just like, this is the rudest thing that anyone's ever done to me. I mean, can't you wait till later?
He was smoking it with some homeless dude?
Yeah, he like bummed it from a homeless guy.
It's weird. Like, it's almost like if he passed by, the guy was like, oh, man, I can't listen to this date anymore. I got to get outside and smoke with this dude real quick. Is that what it felt like to you?
I was shocked. You know, it was the first date, and my date had gone and smoked pot in the middle of it. I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone. I was like, who does that?
Yeah. He could have at least invited you, right, Marissa?
Oh, come on. Marissa, I've been turned off in the past when a guy has gone out and taken a cigarette break. So, I mean, I can sympathize with you on that. Do you feel like he lied to you?
I don't care. Honestly, I just don't care. I just never want to see him again.
Marissa, if you could say anything to Jimmy right now, what would you say to him?
Stop texting me.
Stop texting me. Okay. I would like you now to say that to Jimmy because he's actually on the other line listening.
Shut up.
Hey, Marissa.
Oh, my God. Are you serious?
Yeah.
How's it going?
What are you doing?
Jimmy, did you leave your date to go smoke weed with a homeless dude?
Okay, I did. But it is connected to a medical condition, and I didn't want to say anything, but
Are you stoned right now, Jimmy?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
So you smoke medical marijuana for a legit medical reason.
Yeah, I have anxiety.
Wait.
And so that's what happened that night. Is she was talking to me, and I started to have like a panic attack in the middle of the conversation, and I had to go because I was getting like all sweaty, and I was like, I gotta go.
Okay, well, who's the homeless guy that you're smoking it with?
How does he fit in?
I don't know. He was actually really cool. And he asked what was up. I gave him a toke, and he was like, you know, dude, what are you doing? You got to get back in there before she walks out on you. And I'm like, oh my God, you're right.
Well, is Marissa even on the phone? Marissa, are you there still?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. I thought you had hung up. So what do you think of Jimmy's story?
Jimmy, you could have at least just told me what you were doing. I would have understood, if that's what you needed to go do. Instead, you just I had no idea if you were even going to come back.
In hindsight, you're right. I was just in full panic though, and I didn't know what to do because I really liked you, and I think that kind of made me nervous. And I'm sorry.
Well, lesson learned for the next date you go on, if there is ever one.
Oh, that sounds like you don't want to go out with him again, Marissa.
Come on.
No, I don't trust him.
I'll pay for a second date. Will you go out with Jimmy one more time? We'll pay for it.
No, it's not happening.
Weed and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
I'll pay for it all.
You can get in on the action
Yeah.
this time, too.
There's no way I can get you to go out with Jimmy again?
Yeah, I'm just not into guys who leave in the middle of a first date to go smoke with the homeless.
Weird. I guess there's one girl out there who doesn't like that.
Dude, I learned a lesson today.
Yeah. Sorry, Jimmy.
Oh, well. Hey, you guys want to hang out sometime?
No, dude, I'm not hitting off a homeless guy's pipe.
Hey, I'm there, bro. Hit me up.
Oh, gosh.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
How does that Marilyn Monroe quote go that every single Instagram model posts on their account at least 3 times a month? Is it, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best?
Yeah, like you didn't know it. That's
AKA,
cute, Jubal.
I'm crazy. But anyway, Russell, who's on the phone for a second date update today, definitely met the girl that he wants to call at his worst. I think actually they were probably both at their worst.
What? Really?
I read your email, Russell, and the one thing that I thought was hilarious is how you guys met.
Yeah, that was a good story. I've never met anybody like that before.
I can't wait to hear it. What happened?
We both actually met at a Slurpee machine in a 7-Eleven.
Oh, already the romance.
Yeah, it was great. Not what I expected for the day, but we were both super hungover. We both had crazy nights the night before, and we were just like, I need a Slurpee.
I think that's the only time I really have Slurpees anymore.
I feel like I should try those as hangover cures from now on.
You can actually drink with them, too, just so you know. Put vodka in them.
Let's
Anyway.
slow it down. So what happened at the Slurpee machine? Like you bumped into each other and it was like one of those rom-coms?
So we were both craving these Slurpees, and the Slurpee machine was broken. So, yeah.
Oh, man.
So we talked to the guy working there, and he said, I'll be right back. I just need the right parts to fix this. I don't know how a Slurpee machine works.
Yeah.
So we were waiting there for a little while, and we just started talking. We started up a conversation, and we both just talked about our crazy nights, and she seemed pretty cool. I mean, she was cute. So we just decided to hang out.
She was cute with last night's makeup still on.
Yeah, well, some guys were into that.
Yeah.
And you probably had last night's makeup still on, too, so it didn't really matter.
Exactly. We were both at our worst.
All right, so what did you guys do when you went out? Like on your actual, or was this the actual date?
No, well, I guess this was the first date if you count Slurpees. But we decided to go on a bike ride around the city.
Oh, not the same day you're hungover, did you?
No. We both had to sober up for that.
Yeah.
Terrible.
That's an awesome date.
Yeah, right. You get exercise, you get to see the town.
Totally. There's something to talk about. Your blood's pumping. Everything
Yeah.
is looking good. How did it go?
Well, the date went really well. We talked a lot. There was one point, this was actually something funny that happened. There was a mailman, and he got out of his truck, and he didn't see us coming.
Oh, no.
So she missed him. She went right by him. I was aimed straight for him, and I had to brake just immediately.
Oh.
My back tire went up,
no.
and he just was so scared, he laid down on the ground, and he was just frozen.
He just laid down.
He was like accepting his fate.
He just saw his life flash before his eyes.
Oh,
So what happened? Did you
That's funny.
crash? Did you run into him?
No, just missed him by a hair.
Oh.
That's awkward. It's almost like you'd rather hit him if he's laid down expecting you to hit him, and then you stop short. It's kind of, well, if you stop short, it's weird. It's like, okay, who moves first now?
I felt bad for the guy.
yeah.
But anyway, we're talking about it, and she was like, "Oh, you're such a nice guy. You know, you didn't hit that guy. You were paying attention." And, you know, so I was like, "Oh, great." You know, she looks at me as this really nice guy because I didn't hit this mailman with my bike.
Also,
Yeah,
oh, great,
exactly.
that's where her standards are. You
Yeah.
just have to not run over a mailman, and you're a hero in her book.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, it takes so little to be a nice person these days.
Yeah, so I had it made. I was in. At least I thought, you know. And so we went out to lunch after that, and we talked. We had a great time.
So why isn't she calling you back if it was so wonderful?
That's the part that I don't know. I have no idea. I texted her a couple days later, and I said, "Hey, I had a great time. Would you like to get together again?" And she said, "Please don't ever contact me again."
Whoa, that's
Oh, so
extreme, man.
She's not only not calling you back, she's aggressively saying, don't talk to me.
Exactly. So
So
I
wait.
have no idea why.
So now we're going to call her.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do you have any idea why she would be so, like,
Adamant?
yeah.
I have no idea. The date went really well, I thought.
yeah.
And I even texted her, like, why? Like, what's wrong?
And should she respond?
Not after that. No, nothing.
Wow.
Are you like some known felon and she did a Google search and found out all your horrible past?
Not that I know of.
Well, maybe we'll find out that you do have a criminal record and you didn't even know it.
We could.
All right. Well, we're going to play a song, come back, and then call her and get your second date update, okay?
Great. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Will today's second date update end with Russell getting another chance at love? Or being solo? Or with all of us getting a restraining order? I'm going to go with number 3 because the girl we're about to call sent Russell a text saying, please don't contact me. So, Russell, I am excited for the no contact order and restraining order. I've had a goal in my life to at least get one of those, and we might get both here.
Yeah, let's dream big.
All right. Just to remind everybody, Russell met a girl named Dana at the 7-Eleven. They were both hungover getting Slurpees. And then they started a conversation, decided to go on a bike ride, and then they had lunch. And according to him, other than almost running over a mailman with his bike, nothing bad happened. But after the date, he texted her asking if she wanted to go out again. And that's what she said. Don't contact me anymore. So we're going to contact her. That's how we're going to do it.
You guys, are you sure you want to do this?
I want to know. I want to get to the bottom of this.
And, like, is your goal to go out again, or is it just to find out the problem?
I'm more concerned about what the problem was. A second date, yeah, maybe. But, you know, I want to know what went wrong.
Yeah, if you have no idea and her reaction is that strong, maybe you're doing something on dates that is not cool and you don't even realize it.
Yeah, exactly. And I need to know.
I think she found something online that was bad about you.
I mean, that is a possibility. She could
Is
have...
there stuff online that's bad about you?
No, here's the thing. My ex is not a good person, and we had a really bad breakup. And I'm wondering, like, maybe there's a possibility she talked to her somehow. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we'll
See?
find out. I'm going to dial her phone number right now. Here we go.
Okay, let's do it.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Dana, please?
Yes.
Is this Dana? Dana? Hello?
Hi, yeah.
Yeah, hey, Dana. How are you? This is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Are you okay?
Dana?
Dana, are
Dana.
you okay?
Hello?
I'm here. Who are you?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show. And I'll just cut to the chase real quick. We do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and they end up not calling you back after, we'll call that person and find out what happened. So you went out with a dude named Russell not too long ago.
No, oh my God, no. I don't want anything to do with him.
Okay. Well, we know.
God,
No, Dana.
Dana.
We know that you don't want anything to do with him because you sent him a text message telling him that. But Russell's really confused at what he did. That's the problem.
I just don't want anything to do with him.
That
Okay.
was a serious reaction, though. Are you, like, scared of him?
I don't know why, like, he doesn't take no for an answer. I just, like, I don't want, I don't agree with, you know.
Dana, here's the thing. He will take no for an answer if you can give us a reason. He's just confused because, according to him, your date was awesome and there was nothing wrong. And then right after, you seemed like you were pissed at him. So he just wants to know what's up.
Well, look, yes, the date was good, but, like, the really good ones always turn out, you know, like, rotten in the end, so.
Did you find... Okay, this is my guess. You found something online about this guy. He swears that he's not a convicted felon or something.
No, I didn't have to go online. He flat out told me.
He
He told you that he's a convicted felon?
No, it's, like, way worse than that.
Worse than a convicted... than a felony?
He's not a convicted felon. He's currently a felon, just not...
He's running amok.
Yeah, he's at large.
Okay, we're joking, but what could be worse than that?
Yeah.
I'm surprised that you don't already know since you say you already talked to him. So
We did, but he sounded pretty normal, and his description of your date sounded pretty normal, but...
I mean, if anything, you don't obviously owe this guy anything, but
no.
If you told us we could get the word out to other people who may go out with them.
That actually would be helpful. Yeah.
Okay, so what is it about Russell that makes him so evil?
Look, he told me just, you know, casually that he works with nuclear weapons and he takes them all around the country and I don't know if he manufactures them and he works with nuclear weapons somehow. And, you know, like I'm 100% against mass destruction and I can't, I just can't. I'm sorry.
I don't know a lot about the nuclear weapon game, but I don't think you could just travel around the country and sell them. I haven't met a traveling nuclear bomb salesman yet.
It's not a vacuum.
Well, he'll tell you. If you keep talking to him, he'll just tell you.
I mean, okay, wait, hold on, though. I mean, that's great that you're anti-war, pro-peace, but why wouldn't you just tell him that?
It's a first date. He flat out tells me I don't agree with it. Like, why can't I just leave? Like, get the hell out of there.
Okay, so
Well, I mean,
that's
you
what
can,
you did.
but-
And are you sure he's, like, selling nuclear weapon?
He
feel like...
told me. He said those words himself.
That he sells nuclear weapons.
I don't know exactly, like, if he sells them, if he makes them, if he promotes them. I don't know. But he said nuclear weapons, and I'm out.
I know a good way to find out, Dana, because Russell is actually on the other line listening to this conversation right now and wants to talk to you.
Excuse me?
Dana, this is Russell.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
What are you talking about? Nuclear
Nobody
weapons?
told me that he was on the other line.
I know.
told you I didn't want anything to do with him.
I have a bad memory. I have such a bad memory.
Dana, what are you talking about nuclear weapons?
Russell, you said that you work with nuclear weapons. I heard the words come out of your mouth.
Wait, back up for a second. I don't know what you're talking about, nuclear weapons. Where'd you get this idea?
From you. You said it.
I work for a marketing company. What are you talking about?
What? You work for a marketing company?
And you guys sell nukes? What? That's an intense marketing plan.
Either you guys had a really big miscommunication or you're doing something on the side that you're not coming clean about right now, Russell.
I work for it's basically a PR company. We go around and we shop to companies and, you know, to expand their markets, whatever they do.
That's a complete and total lie. You were changing your story. You're making it sound because we're talking to these people, but I heard you. The words came out of your mouth. You work for this company. It's like nuclear ideas. You take them places. I don't know all the small, little, tiny details about it. All I need to know is that you work with nuclear things, okay, and that is not okay with me.
What?
This is a huge misunderstanding. The name of my company is called Nuclear Ideas.
Like 3 words?
Clear.
Wait, did you say
It's 3
nuclear, like as in brand new and not vague?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, my God.
New space clear.
Dana, are you still there?
Yeah.
Did you
Did you hear that?
Yes, I heard him again. He said nuclear.
Wait, do you not believe him? It's nuclear ideas.
Yes, nuclear ideas.
No. Like, you buy a brand new car, and the water's so clear.
Yes.
Dana, it's not nuclear as in bombs. It's new clear ideas.
Oh, my God.
We propose new ideas that are clear to companies.
Oh, my God, Dana.
I can't believe it.
So you don't work with bombs?
No, not in the slightest. I agree with you. I don't like war. I don't support that. I don't do anything involved with that at all.
Oh, my God, Dana, what are you feeling right now?
I feel like he needs to, pronounce his words better.
I don't think this one's on him.
I feel like you probably should have known he wasn't talking about bombs based on subject matter.
Oh, my God.
Far out there.
Oh, I feel so sheepish. You were so fired up.
I'm embarrassed.
Are you sure, Russell? You really don't work with war stuff?
I don't work with war stuff, Dana. I'm 150% positive.
Oh, my God. I feel so stupid right now.
It's okay.
Dana, would you like to go out with Russell on a second date? We will pay for it.
He will not.
Now that you know he's not making nuclear bombs in his basement or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, that was the only thing. I mean, it was a pretty big thing, except it's not real.
Yeah. I don't think nuclear bomb salesmen are really not a profession.
Yeah. I mean, when he said it, I knew it sounded stupid, but I should have asked more questions, but I just jumped to a conclusion, and nah.
Okay, so Russell, you want to go on another date with her?
You know what? In the beginning of all this, I would have said yes, but you learn a lot about someone on a first date, and I've learned even more after this experience about her temperament and communication skills. So I don't think it's a good idea. No.
So we got you a second date, and now you're turning it down.
After this, yeah.
Now that's the bomb that I didn't expect. What are you doing?
After all that.
It was just the overreaction was fierce.
Oh.
But wait a minute. It was clearly a mistake.
Listen, we can be friends.
Ooh, friends.
Oh.
But I just don't think it's a good idea for me to be matched up with you on a romantic level. I just don't see it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
It's an awkward ending, isn't
It
it?
is. I don't even know what to say.
Dana, thank you for your time.
Yeah, I guess mistakes happen, but
Well, yep. All right. Well,
sorry, guys.
No, it's fine, Russell. Way to bring the mood down, though.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592. It says Russell dodged a bullet. Correction, he dodged a nuclear bomb.
Oh, gosh.
It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning talking about the second date update. If you missed it, this dude, Russell, wanted to call Dana. They went out on a date. Everything seemed fine. After the date, though, she texted him and said, never contact me again. So, of course, he did the right thing. Had us contact her for a second date update. But we got to the bottom of the problem. She is against war and all things war. Mm-hmm. And she thought Russell was somebody who sold nuclear weapons. But Russell works for a company called New Clear Ideas, and she heard nuclear ideas, and that's why she said never contact me, because she thought he was some sort of international arms dealer or something.
I could see where the name sounds like nuclear. I get that.
Totally. Yeah.
But why wouldn't you have a further conversation? I mean, if someone told you that they were dealing with nuclear bombs, I'd have all sorts of questions.
I definitely
right?
would want to find out more about that.
Even if I was against it, I'd be like, whoa, I've never met somebody who goes door to door and sells nuclear bombs before.
In the end, Russell decided not to go out with her because he thought that was kind of weird, that she didn't realize it was nuclear and not nuclear, and the way that she reacted, saying never contact attacked me again.
Yeah,
and
I think her
was all upset. He decided not to go out with her again.
jump to conclusion was a little bit much for
Yeah,
him.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.